Good morning, televisions worldwide. Good afternoon, good evening from any part of the world you are watching from. My name is Dr. Solo, broadcasting live from Nigeria and one of the many voices of TBC. I hope you enjoyed your payday yesterday. That is a day all of us are very excited, especially those of us who are working very hard, because that's the day we get paid by our generous admin who gives us 50% of the admin fee whenever our downline pays is our admin fee. It is very easy. Admin has made it very easy for all of us so that we don't toil for nothing and we have the reason for working. We don't need to pay the admin fee from our pockets. We just need to get two referrals and our admin fee is paid from the 50% of their payments. Admin immediately pays us 50%. And this you can find on their Bitcoin bounty in the account area. I hope all of us understand the situation as it is now. If you are not in team A now, gentlemen, if you are not in team A now of the mass adoption team, it means you are in team B. And if anybody registers now free or even pays his admin fee now and gets two people behind him or sponsors two people or gets two referrals and they also pay immediately now in this June, the person will still remain in team B until 1st of July when the person will get to team A. So some people are making the mistake thinking that because they fulfill the conditions now, they are in team A. No. Hence, a lot of you that are paying the admin fee now, those who paid yesterday, 1st of June, you get one coin, one TBC coin. The billion coin, you get one piece. And those in team A, they get 30 coins. Naturally, because these are the people who are carrying the responsibilities of the economy of TBC on their shoulders. They are the ones who are working very hard. They are the ones who are given tasks and they must fulfill it or they drop down to team B too. Team B is also a very nice area. If you cannot be in team A, you be in team B. There's nothing wrong with it. You should know that one TBC coin as of today, 1 grain of gold is around $3.6. So at maturity, it's obvious that the gold will be rising, but if I assume it remains constant at 3.6, it means that one coin you have, one TBC coin you have, has a value of $3.5 billion. One TBC coin at maturity, probably by December, when we shall have our 1 billion paid members, shall be $3.6 billion. And that is not a small amount of money. I don't know who can finish that in his lifetime. But if you have projects like members of mass adoption team A, because these are the people that will carry the economy. Projects like you want to build a whole town of your own, you want to set up a whole state of yours, you want to set up an airline, you want to set up a communication conglomerate, you want to set up a shipping company, a cruise line, then you need more than one coin. It is then advisable for you to work hard and come to team A. You still have the chance now. The space is still there. There are a lot of people who are in team A now that will fall by the wayside in July because when they fail to bring two referrals that pay this month of June, in July they will drop to team B. And if you are in team B, team A, and you drop to team B, you will not get up again. You will not come to team A again. You have gambled away a chance. So just approach two people, tell them what benefits they have, show them the rotator, gentlemen. You see, team A people start to earn a lot of money because they do a lot of jobs. At the time, they may even need workers and office and all these gadgets to be able to fulfill their tasks. Because as we have had, team A members are expected to recruit at least 100 merchants by the end of this year. It starts from one merchant in July and keeps on rising till everybody in team A must have recruited 100 merchants. Admin said that these merchants must not necessarily pay the admin fee. They just need to be listed in TBC. So he has even started giving us the script of how to engage and recruit these merchants. This morning, he gave us one hint, which is recognizance. Those of you who were in the military know what recognizance means. It means taking stock of your environment or anywhere you're asked to go and take care of. He says 2-kilometer radius. Those of us who did mathematics, you know what radius means. 2-kilometer radius means from your standpoint or where you live. You go to the right 2 kilometers, you go in front 2 kilometers, you go to the left 2 kilometers, go behind 2 kilometers, and you connect those points. That is a radius of 2 kilometers. If you draw a line through that place you're living, through using it as a center, right across from left to right, that is the diameter, and that is 4 kilometers. So you can also work out the perimeter. That is 2 pi r. I'm going into mathematics for those who are not very good in mathematics. I am an engineer, so it's a natural thing with us. We always do mathematics. So we take recognizance, we take stock of at least 100 or more merchants in this environment. And then in the next step, admin will tell us how to get in touch with them. He has already given us some ideas of how to get in touch with people. You begin to build relationships, gentlemen. You begin to build relationships. That is, when you go to buy something, you begin to get to know the owners of the place because registration is for human beings and not for entities. You are not registering the companies or the trades or services the people give, but you are registering the person who owns the enterprise. That's the person you are going to give your merchant referral link and they will register under as a merchant. So these are the people you have to contact. These are the people you have to begin to form some relationships, some friendly environment creation between you and them. And then as time comes on, you begin to ask them to get listed in TBC. As you know, I mean, in Nigeria, for example, we have over 1.3, 1.6 million divisions. If a merchant is listed on our website, it has a lot of advertisement. And this we are giving him free of charge. This is already an advantage. And such a thing is attractive to merchants because they are there to do business, they are there to make money. And whenever you talk to them about a business, they want to know what they will profit from it. Excuse me. So the merchant stand to benefit joining TBC because if he gets that exposure, that publicity in TBC, he will get our members coming to sponsor him. He may even get international connection through that means for those local merchants who don't have the possibility of getting partnership from abroad. So you see, we have a lot to offer. Apart from that, if people register, because when you remember, admin has told us long, long time ago to register these people and work for them because we need them. We need a lot of merchants. Our economy depends on merchants. So he said we should register them, sign them up, and then work for them. That is, even print posters for them, print flyers for them, and give them training that will help them to give out the flyers and make brief explanations to people that come into their business. And when they do this and these people register under them, they start to get the Bitcoin bounty. I'm sorry. So the merchant has a lot to gain. He must not necessarily begin to take some percentage of our money with TBC. He can go ahead and be just listed, that's all. But as time goes on and he sees the profit and the way we are, how our community functions, he may gradually begin to take 5%, 10%. At a stage, when he sees that it is good to be in TBC, he may take 100%. So these are the things the mass adoption team members are supposed to do. We are supposed to get TBC running, up and running, latest by this December 2020. So mass adoption team members have a lot of tasks to fulfill. You only need to want it. Limitation is self-imposed. I think every division by now should know that slogan. Limitation is self-imposed. Poverty is a mental situation. If you say you cannot do it, you cannot do it. But if you say you can do it, you can do it. And God said that, look, you can ask the mountain to move from here to there and it will move. Because God has given us all we have. But because of the laziness of human beings, they are making use of not up to even 10% of their brain. Any human being who makes use of up to 30% of his brain, we call that person a genius. And that is not even up to 50%. So imagine when you can make use of their 50% of their brain, how far you can go. Limitation is self-imposed. And this limitation comes mostly from fear, from anxiety. They will look at me as if I cannot do it. It is because from inside you, you have already been defeated. If you are not defeated internally, you can never be defeated externally. If you make up your mind that you do it and present yourself boldly before anybody, you're not coming to steal, you're not coming to fight, you are proposing a business venture for somebody. You're offering somebody something he wishes to get and doesn't know how to get it. So you need to be bold, you need to be proud of yourself. You need to be confident. And then you go and do it. Nothing will stop you. But nobody says that in the attempt to recruit people, everybody will be saying yes, yes, yes. No. You will also see those who are negative, those who say no. Don't forget the slogan admin has taught us SW, SW, SW. Some will, some won't. So what? When you meet the people that will, you go at them. You go after them. You talk to them. You discuss with them. You sign them on. You meet those who say no, those who won't. Because so what? We have 7.5 billion people on this earth. My God, by the time you talk to 1 million alone, you have recruited their own 100,000 that were at mass adoption team members are supposed to recruit. Don't forget, Derek recruits 1,000 or more in a month. So what stops you from doing that? What stops all of us from doing it? S Fletcher does the same. Somebody like Victor Abiche does. My Harun has also started doing it. So what stops others from doing it? Is self-confidence and a little bit of hard work. There is nowhere in the world you can be a billionaire or even a millionaire without doing a job, without doing hard work. The idea that you just rush into TBC because you paid the 8 grades of gold equivalent, you want to become a billionaire and lie down on their bed and billions will fall on their lap. Anybody who tells you that is a liar. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Far from it. TBC is an economy that is being built up from the scratch. So a lot of job goes into it. Can you imagine the type of job admin does every day? Every day. I don't know if that man goes to bed at all. Let's assume he sleeps and wakes up. He begins the training immediately. He keeps on training. He trains Derek. He goes on with a discussion with some others. Then he comes to pay their rally moderators. Then he comes to mass adoption team for English. Then he goes for the French. Then he goes for the Hindi. Then he goes for the, my God. And you look at this man and you are sitting down thinking you become a billionaire doing nothing. It doesn't work that way, my dear brothers and sisters. You must put in some hard work. It is absolutely necessary. So, to get here 2 referrals is no business. To get a merchant a week is no business. And as we are demanded to bring 100 merchants within 3 or 4 months, it's also no business. And please let me make a little bit clarification about this merchant case. Merchants are not Dangote alone or Central Bank or UAC or UTC or Nigerian Railways or Nigerian Airways. Those women who sell gari and crayfish, they are merchants. Those are neighbors who sell electronic equipment like fans and ACs. They are merchants. Those shops that sell rice and beans and tomato, they are merchants. Those guys who sell recharge cards on the road, they are merchants. So don't think that merchants are those that their turnover is in billions. No. These are merchants, and every business starts small. Admin has recommended that all of us should go into T-shirt business now, having provided loan for us to take. If you take that loan and begin to print and distribute t-shirts, you are a merchant. As an engineer, I am a merchant. And you, I don't know what you do. If you're a teacher, you're a merchant. So please, don't limit yourself by thinking that merchants are those in the billion quarter area. No, no, no. As long as you have one goods or service to offer, you are a merchant. And these are all the people admin wants us to register. They fill out a special form and their registration. They don't need to pay now. Nobody says they should pay. Register them free. You do everything possible for them to be comfortable so that they'll be enjoying TBC and then they will really fully understand TBC and begin to accept TBC as a means of exchange. So I don't want this broadcast to go too long. I just came to tell you how happy I am that yesterday I got paid. I brought in a lot of people and I got paid my Bitcoin bounty. And then I looked at my rotator. It has gone further again from where it is. Gentlemen, you know that admin started this rotator thing much earlier than he wanted to, just to prove to us that he's a faithful leader, a listening leader. He wanted to start it when we are between 1 million and 10 million paying mass adoption team members. But he has already started it, allowing us 10% of the 50% he collects from admin fee, reducing his own money he needs for maintaining the platform. And this is what goes into the rotator. So that is the situation. And that is an enticement for anybody that comes in. There will be a time in this rotator which shall be earning up to $500,000 every month. Gentlemen, I don't know how many of you have seen $500,000. If you divide $500,000, that's $500,000. If you divide it by 2 or 2.5, because of our own exchange rate now that the dollar is around 500 naira, $500,000 is 250 million Nigerian money. My dear friends, I beg, if you get that money, even though you're not supposed to use all of it for yourself, you're supposed to use majority of it for the job of TBC, you'll be living a comfortable life and it will be shown. So this is a point of attraction for any merchant you are recruiting because he's free to join the mass adoption team by paying his own and recruiting people, which he can do with ease. He has already customers who are coming in and out of his business. So that is it. Now, before I go, I want to talk of the principle on which admin created TBC. That is amore et reverare, love and respect. Love and respect. The man loves the world, he loves humanity, and for humanity he is working day and night under all sorts of stress to get humanity to abundance and eradicate poverty globally. Apart from that, we know the evil elite, the Committee of 300, who has succeeded to quarantine all of the whole world with a pandemic they call COVID-19 virus. We are against it. We are against anybody doing anything against us forcefully. We do not consent to tyranny. But we do our own opposition peacefully. We are a peaceful organization. We do not use violence in anything at all. We use civil disobedience to do our things. We are against tyranny of any kind. It shouldn't come from us, and we don't want anybody to use it upon us. So our own way of opposition is to spread the news of how bad these evil elites are. They are planned to cheat all of us and control us like animals and robots. And this we can do successfully by spreading the news, by spreading the news among us and letting humanity know what these evil men have in stock for us. Pretty sure to 99% of humanity do not even know that these people exist. Now we are taking the war to them by spreading and informing people who they are. And if they think they are bold enough, they should come publicly and face us, not by taking soldiers and guns to kill us, but to engage us in debate. So we do not prescribe, we do not support any tyranny, we do not support any violence. All we do is to protest by spreading truthful information to everybody so that they know that TBC stands for freedom and humanity. Having said this, I say, my dear friends, bye bye. Ndewo. I am waiting. I close my broadcast with my language, the Igbo language in Nigeria. Ndewo means thank you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.